Hello, everybody. It's been a long time since I've been able to submit a video for a class assignment, so this is kind of fun, although I'm feeling the pressure of the end of the semester, and yeah, I hope this is interesting for you. I look forward to watching the rest of your videos. With this week's assignments, the one I found most interesting was the article, the sort of the Australian Guide for Tourism Operators. Um, and it advocated for community involvement in tourism management. And the reason why I like this article the most is because the community is the most basic level that forms the foundation of social networks and landscapes that really provide all of the tourism products and services that people consume when they travel. And my final project is a travel blog, and that sort of tries to tap into academic themes in tourism while also, telling stories and making these themes interesting. And what I focus on most are destinations, partly for this reason, because you can tie in sustainability in tourism, which is just really is just inclusivity in tourism. Um, to social realities within a community, and you can actually, highlight and point out the social networks that already exist that help to support sustainable tourism in a location. One of the one of the case studies in this document that I liked um, was I forget the name of the national park. Um, Jabuquet National Park. They employ a lot of, well, they are comprised of indigenous employees that belong to the indigenous group whose culture is on display at this destination. So I like that increases employment for folks who sometimes in some areas find employment a little harder because of the cultural differences between themselves and the society they live within. Another example was the ABC Cruises, where a historical landmark and history itself is preserved, as well as the environment there within. A third example in this document was the alternative economy that was provided for folks who had previously worked in the dairy industry. And maybe this is a stretch, but I feel like with technology, this would be beneficial, when there are technological changes, like in the way that we make and produce energy. That there are a lot of folks whose jobs and livelihoods would be at stake, and the better that we could provide um, economic alternatives for it during those transitions, the better for everyone, the better long-term outcomes, and the better those transitions can be made. Some of the other articles, the one about the five destinations in Costa Rica, who described how the Rainforest Alliance, how their collaboration with them uh, affected their destinations. I enjoyed, and then I also enjoyed a little bit of the document on travel tourism and philanthropy. But with philanthropy and with the standards sort of imposed by certification bodies and organizations, there's always a degree of voice and of decision making that is taken away from communities. And again, that's why I like the article that I pointed out, because communities already have, a lot of the social networks and networks in general that they use to help advocate on their own behalf, and any kind of charity, any kind of philanthropic organizations or involvements within destinations, any kind of organizations, NGOs, outside businesses, they're always going to have an effect on the capacity that communities have to make decisions for themselves. And I'm just about at 5 minutes, so I'm gonna stop talking. And yeah, I hope you got a little bit out of my perspective. Thank you.